তোর নাম দেখাচ্ছে না তো?
কারোরই দেখাচ্ছে না।
মানে এই যে আমার বিশ্বনাথ দাস দেখাচ্ছে।
এটা তো আমারটা দেখাচ্ছে তুই। 4:05 শুরু করে বলছে।
বলিউড অভিনেতা রণবীর কাপুর অভিনীত বহুল প্রতীক্ষিত ছবি রামায়ণের ট্রেলার সামনে আসতেই তোলপাড় শুরু হয়েছে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়ায়। বৃহস্পতিবার প্রকাশিত হওয়া 4 মিনিটের ট্রেলারটি প্রকাশ পর থেকেই সামাজিক যোগাযোগ মাধ্যম এক্সে ট্রেন্ডিং তালিকায় এক এসেছে। নেটিজেনরা এই সময়ের সবচেয়ে জনপ্রিয় চর্চা।
4:05 বলে দিস।
ইয়াদিতে সঞ্জয় চৌধুরী, ভাস্কর বড়ু, ইন্ডিয়ান রিসার্চ আর বিশ্বনাথ দাস, 5 জনই তো আছে।
কই, কোথা থেকে দেখছিস লোক?
হ্যাঁ,
লোকের নাম কোথা থেকে দেখছিস? ভাস্কর বড়ুয়া দেখছি।
দেখাচ্ছি।
কোথায়?
বিশ্বনাথ দাস, ইন্ডিয়ান রিসার্চ, ভাস্কর বড়ুয়া, সঞ্জয় চৌধুরী। এটা একটু নামা, এটা বড় বিষয় বলে।
পার্টিশন 32, এই যে
হ্যাঁ,
32।
কি করতে
32 জন জয়েন হয়েছে।
কোথায়?
33 জন হলো। এই তো,
স্টার্ট আপ
এই যে নিচে দেখ 33 জন হয়েছে।
কোন জায়গাটা?
এখানে দেখাচ্ছে না নিচে 33, 34।
Good evening, all the joinees. Hi, this is Shruti. I welcome you all to the webinar conducted by NGEN Markets. So, by the time others join in, let's have a look at today's topic. So, the topic for today is onboarding client portfolios and portfolio analytics. Now, in this, we will be seeing multiple ways of onboarding your clients' portfolios onto the platform, then comparing portfolio performance with the benchmark returns, and understanding asset allocation and overlap. And at last, we will be taking topic related Q&A. Now, let's move forward with the NGEN Markets platform. So this is the landing page of our platform which shows you the overview tab. Now for today's topic, we will move forward with the client section. Now in the client section, we have two sub-tabs, RTA connection and manual data. Now in the RTA connection tab, we basically set up ARN connection in which we capture only two data files. So for CAMS, we capture WBR4 file And for Carvi, we capture MFSD 203 file. So in this ARN setup method, we basically set up some filters and forwards to your registered email ID. And this is the one-time process. So once your RTA setup gets done, all of your clients' data will start reflecting on the left side of the screen. Now here you can add multiple ARNs at one time. And by default on the platform, on the dashboard, you can see a consolidated view. Now here, if you wish to select a specific ARN, you just need to click on the drop down and just click on the specific ARN. Now, once you select your ARN, under that, in this engine RTA section, first you can see total AUM of this particular ARN. Then you can see total number of clients which are there in this ARN. Then average AUM per client, and here you can also see top 10 clients AUM in CR. Just beside that, in the client holding search section, if you wish to see that in a particular fund, how many of your clients are holding to that particular fund and up to what extent. So here you just need to search for the fund name. Now I will just search for HDFC large cap and I will just click on the same. Now here when you click on that particular fund name, this window will open up. Now here you can see all the number of clients who are holding to that particular fund, then these clients total AUM and how much it is holding towards that particular fund. And here you can also see these holdings in terms of percentage side by side. Then moving forward, here you can also see top 5 mutual fund exposures for a specific ARN. Now here if you just hover your cursor on these bars, you can also see the amount invested in that particular fund in CR. Now just below that, you can also see top asset classes and AMC wise exposures in a form of pie chart. And here in this your data and settings section, here you can here we have given to download this data in the Excel file, so that if you want to cross check the data which like if you want to see that what data you are receiving from CAMS and Carvi, you can just do an Excel download here. Just below that, in the here you can see top 10 clients of your particular ARN. Now here also, if you hover your cursor on these bars, you can see their latest AUM. Now here on the left side of the screen, if you click on any of the client name, their detailed portfolio will open up. Now in this first portfolio section, you can see their latest AUM, number of holdings, last holding updated date also. Just below that, we have also given the option to take all the components in the compare section for individual comparison. So for that, you just need to click on this compare wheel icon. And here all the clients portfolios which are there in this RTA connection tab, you cannot edit or update them in this section. So here if you wish to edit something in these portfolios, we have given the option to copy these portfolios either in the portfolios or manual data tab. Then moving forward, you can also download this data, holdings data in the Excel sheet also. Then here you can also see the specific portfolios, asset allocation and SEBI classification. Moving forward, in this table, you can see all the components which are there under this client's portfolio. Then you can see the holdings in terms of unit, value and percentage. And here you can also see some parameters like TER, CAGR, standard deviation and some time period returns as well on an individual basis. Now here this was for all of your existing clients. Further in the manual data tab, here we have given 2 to 3 methods to upload your clients' portfolios. Now here under this manual data, just click on this add single clients tab and here just click on add manually. Now when you click on add manually tab, this window will open up. Now here you just need to put some basic details of your clients. I will just give the name to the client and just click on add client. Now here you have the option to add the funds and stocks in their portfolio manually by searching the name of the funds and stocks. So now I will just search for Parag Parikh FlexiCap Fund and click on the save so that it can added in this sheet. Now I will also add a Tata Motors stock. Now here after adding all the components, you can either put the units or shares or current value for the same. So here now for example for Parag Parikh, if we put the current value, it will capture the units or shares automatically on the basis of its last traded price. Now for if Tata Motors, if I put the units, it will capture the current value automatically. Now here after adding all the components, you just need to click on this done icon below to save this portfolio in the manual data tab on the left side of the screen. Now here as well, for a detailed portfolio analysis, you can just click on this run analytics tab. Moving forward under this manual data, we have also given the option to upload your NJ clients portfolios on the platform. So here you just need to click on this add NJ format section, and here in this upload section you need to upload your clients scheme wise valuation report in Excel format. And in the recent time we have also added the option to upload your prudent clients portfolios on the platform. So for prudent clients, just select this add fund bazaar prudent format. Just click on the same, and the same method, just click on the upload icon and just you need to upload this scheme wise summary report. And you can also, in this manner, you can also analyze your NJ and prudent client portfolios also onto the platform. Now moving forward, if you wish to upload any ECAS file of your client onto the platform, for that we have this statement analyzer option. When you click on this statement analyzer tab, this window will open up. Now here in this choose file as an section, you need to upload your client's ECAS statements. So for now, I will just upload my CAMS file. After uploading the file, you just need to put the password of it. So I will just copy the password from here and paste it here. After uploading the file and uploading the password of it, you just need to click on parse and save file. So within 30 seconds, your client's file will get saved in this particular tab, which will show on the top. Now here, if you wish to check that what all are the components which are there in this client's ECAS. So for like to check that, you can just click on this notepad like icon. So here you can just take a quick view that what all are the components, and you can also check their amount invested. And here please note, these ECAS files should either be from NSDL, CDSL or CAMS side. Now after uploading the file in this statement analyzer tab, just go on to the main platform. Go to the portfolios section and just click on this plus icon which indicates add a new portfolio. Now when you click here, this window will open up. Now here you will find the same option, load statement analyzer. So when you click here, all the files which you have uploaded in the separate statement analyzer tab will start reflecting here. Now here, till here you have not saved this particular portfolio on the main platform. So to save that, just click on the plus icon which indicates load holdings from this file. When you click on the plus icon, this window will open up. Now here you can see all the components and their asset percentage allocation. Now here in this particular stage, you can also edit this portfolio. You can also add the funds or stocks from here. You can also change the allocations according to your preference. Now further to that, you just need to give the title to the same portfolio. Click on create in order to save the portfolio into your login. Then for a detailed portfolio analysis, you can just click on this run icon. Now lastly, again in this plus icon, we have this load ISINs from Excel option. So when you click on that icon, this window will open up. Now in this blank gray section, you just need to upload two data columns. First column is the ISIN numbers, and second column you can either take in percentage, amount, or units or shares. So now for example, here if we just copy the data from the Excel, you just need to copy it, go to the NGEN Markets platform, paste it here, and here because we have taken the second column in the format of units. So on NGEN Markets, here in this read holdings as an section, you just need to select the same option and click on validate input. Now here you need to follow the same process. Just give the title to the portfolio, click on create and click on run. Now here please note that by any which method you upload your client's portfolios on the platform, the portfolio analysis window will remain the same. Same number of tabs are there. Now here in the first asset allocation overview tab, you can see overall exposure of your client's portfolios. Now here as we can see that the equity has the exposure of 76.77% under this client portfolio. Now here if you click on that net equity bar, you can see all the equity exposures on the right side of the screen. And now here we can see that this ICICI, we are not holding this ICICI Bank stock in our portfolio directly, but it is giving us the exposure of 1.95%. So now if you wish to check that from which components this like 1.95% of exposure is coming, so in that case you can just click on the I icon beside the percentage. So now here we can see that from these four components, we are getting this 1.95% of the exposure. Now here how you can read this data table is, you can see in your portfolios column, you can see the percentage allocation which your client has given to these components in their portfolio. And in the funds column, this is the exposure of ICICI Bank in this particular funds portfolio. And here you just need to multiply this percentage allocation with the stocks exposure, and then we are arriving at this exposures. Now here if you do the addition of this exposure column, it will be equal to 1.95%. Moving forward, in the concentration tab, you can see top 5, top 3, top 10 components of your client's portfolio, and here you can also see equity market cap exposures. Now here you can also take a view as a percentage of total portfolio, in which you can see the large cap, mid cap, small cap, and others split. And here if you wish to see the only equity exposures, then in that case just click on the drop down, select the second option as a percentage of equity exposure. And under that we have also introduced a new feature, in which if you just click on this show details icon, this window will open up. So here you can see these holdings in further more detail. Moving forward, in the AMC exposures tab, you can see like which asset management company is having how much exposure in your client's portfolio. Now here we can see that White Oak Capital Mutual Fund has the highest exposure of 20.34%. So when you click on that blue bar, you are able to see from which many components we are arriving at this 20.34% of exposure. Then in the equity sectors tab, you can see top 10 equity sectors of your client's portfolio. And here now, as we can see that the finance has the highest exposure of 9.72%. So when you click on that blue bar, you can see all the finance stocks onto your screen. Further to that, in the performance tab, you can compare your client's portfolio with the benchmark. However, in our platform, we have an automated benchmarking system where, on the basis of equity and debt allocation of your client's portfolio, the platform will generate a reference index automatically. So now, as we can see that the platform has generated reference index 2. Now, if you wish to check that from which many indices we are creating this particular benchmark on the platform. So now on the top right corner, we have given this benchmark section separately. Under that, under this engine section, if you just click on the search bar, you can see this reference index 2 has made up of 90% Nifty TRI and 10% Nifty 10-year GSEC index. You can also use these reference indices for the comparison, or if you wish to add any BSE or NAC indices on the same graph, you can just click on this NAC or BSE icons. And you can also create your own custom benchmarks on the platform. So to create any custom benchmark, you just click on this custom icon, click on manage custom indices, and here you need to click on the drop down. You need to select your specific benchmark and just click on add index. Now again click on the drop down, select your second indices and click on add index. Now after adding all the indices, you need to give the allocation accordingly. So for now, if I put the allocation of 50 and 50% to both the indices, now here we can see this particular benchmark has 100% allocated. Please note, you need to allocate this benchmark as 100%. Now you need to give the title to the same and click on save custom index, so that this custom indices will get saved into your login permanently, which you can add for the comparison in the portfolio section as well as in the single fund analytic page also. Moving forward, here now in this graph, you can to do the analysis, you can also change the time period according to your preference. Now, for example, I will just take past 5 years ago time period, and here I wish to add the Nifty 50 benchmark for the comparison. So from NSE section, I will just select Nifty 50. Now here we can see this blue line which is indicating our portfolio is outperforming the Nifty 50 benchmark, which is showing in the black line. Then you can, in this performance statistics section, you can see the MTD, YTD, 1 year, 3 year and 5 year returns for the portfolio as compared to the benchmark side by side. Further to that, from this data table, we can analyze that our portfolio has generated higher cumulative returns of 102.24%, and the benchmark has generated the cumulative returns of 54.27%. And here, to generate this much of cumulative returns, our portfolio has taken a risk of 11.51%, and the benchmark has taken the risk of 13.70%. Then we can also here see that the portfolio has generated higher Sharpe ratio of 0.69, and the benchmark has generated the lower Sharpe ratio of 0.21. So here we can analyze that our portfolio has performed well in the past 5 years as compared to the Nifty 50 benchmark. Then below that, we can see that our portfolio has generated higher access returns over and above the benchmark, that is 47.98%. Then we can also see up capture and down capture ratios. So up capture ratio basically calculates the performance of your portfolio in the bull market. So here we can and please note, for the benchmark, the up capture and down capture ratio is always 100. So you can say that if the benchmark goes up by 100 times in the past 5 years time period, our portfolio has gone up by 94.19 times. So higher the up capture ratio, the better it is. And in opposite to that, the down capture ratio calculates the performance of your portfolio in the bear market. So here you can say that if the benchmark goes down by 100 times, our portfolio has gone down by 59.06 times. So lower the down capture ratio, the better it is. Moving forward, in the recent time, we have also up, updated this monthly returns heat map, where you can see the monthly returns in a heat map structure. So here this green color basically indicates a gain and the red color is indicates loss. Just below that, in the monthly statistics section, we can see that there were 61 number of months in the past 5 years time period. From that, in the 39 months, the portfolio has gone up, and in 22 months, the portfolio has gone down. Then you can see in this 39 months what was the percentage return of monthly percentage return of this portfolio. You can also see the same statistics on an yearly basis, side by side. Moving forward with the asset allocation tab, here in the asset, moving forward with the overlaps tab, so here you can basically check common underlyings between two schemes. So here if you hover your cursor on any of cell, you can see two mutual funds are highlighting. Now on the top we can see Invesco India Midcap Fund has highlighted, and on the left White Oak Capital Multi Asset Allocation Fund has highlighted. Now when you click on that particular cell, this overlap window will open up. So here, now in case of Eternal as a stock, this White Oak Capital Multi-Asset Allocation Fund has the holding of 0.78% and the Invesco India Midcap Fund has the holding of 3.95%. So here, please note that the lower percent of holding between these two components will be the overlap for that particular stock. And here the percent which you can see on the top is basically the addition of this overlap column, which we are also seeing in this particular cell. Then we have this drawdowns tab. So in the drawdowns tab, you can basically see worst top 10 losses of your client's portfolio. Now here we can see that the highest loss of this particular portfolio was minus 15.18 percentage. Now when this loss or drawdown has started, the NAV of this portfolio was 118.31 on the date of 16th December 2024. And when this drawdown has ended on 20th Feb 2025, the NAV of this portfolio was 153.78. Now this particular drawdown has taken 54 days, and when it has ended on 28 Feb 2025, this portfolio has taken 71 days to recover the minus 15.18% of loss. You can also check the recovery date on the in the last column, which is 9th June 2025. Now you can also see these drawdowns by hovering on this graph. So here this white region shows you increase in the NAV movement of your client's portfolio, and the gray region shows you decrease. So this is it for today's webinar. Now the forum is open for Q&A.
Any questions, please let us know. Okay, so there's a question in the chat box. Can we compare two portfolios on the light plan? So this feature of comparing two portfolios is exclusively available in the premium and the pro version. This will not be there in the lighter version. Okay, so there is another question. How do we compare schemes and its quartile ranking that way? So you can do the same in the funds section. We have a tab in the fund section called as quartile ranking. So right there under this option called as single peer group, you can search for a respective category that you are talking about, and post that the funds under that respective category show up. And related to each scheme, you can view various parameters which you can also sort and see which scheme lies under which quadrant that way. There is another question, how to find the exit load details. So exit load details are specifically available when you open a single fund analysis. So right now, Shruti has clicked on Bank of India large cap fund. Once you open it, you see there's a tab for exit load. You can click on it, and since it is more like a statement, you can get an understanding of what is the figure and the explanation for the same. So there is another question in the chat box. While uploading a CAS report, the clients may have ongoing SIPs in some funds and in other funds. Here might be lump sum investment. How can it be catered, especially when analyzing a portfolio? Also, is there any way engine can also take into effect bank account pricing, buying price of the funds? So typically, what we do on the platform is whenever you upload a CAS file, we will be capturing the current holdings only. Whatever has happened in history, that will be the transactions that would have happened. What we show on the platform is basis their current units, basis the current holdings. We are showing you a hypothetical backtesting of how the portfolio has performed for a time horizon that you have set in. So here the NAV that we consider will be the latest NAV every time. We will pick up the units from the CAS file and we will multiply it with the NAV to arrive at the value that way. So there's another question in the chat box. In the market cap, there are mistakes in the large, mid, and small cap data while comparing with other platforms and fact sheet. Okay. Could you let us know which fund you are referring to? Then we can just check the same. You can either reach out to us or type down the name of the fund and we'll get it checked from the back end. Sure, we'll just get this checked for Parag Parekh Flexi Cap. What is the asset allocation for the fund? So there's another question. What is the price of the light version of the platform? So you can also find it on our website. It is 20,000, 19,999 plus GST that way. Any more questions? Please let us know.
So can you go back to that quartile tab where it was?
Yes. Quartile tab. Yes. In the fund section, it is there.
It is updated on monthly basis.
Yes. You can see month end is the option available
And as of now, we are comparing the return
for the
and,
latest month.
yeah, and return as well as risk ratios.
Yes. Returns and risk ratios such as volatility, Sharpe, Sortino.
Not even this up and down capture ratio. And what are
Sorry.
the weightages to each?
So
Like,
these are individual. We are not giving a score right here.
okay.
Within that respective parameter, when compared to its peers, where is it lying?
See, in peer, are you giving some weightages to each segment, like 1, 3, 5 years, 10 years?
No, we are
Or
not
it's
giving any weightage. These are standalone that way.
these are standalone data.
Yes.
And so far as that for risk ratios and also sharp
Yes,
performance.
that is correct. Everything that you're seeing on this page will be standalone parameter. They are not a combined score or weightage that we have given.
And how you decide the Q1 and Q2 into this, like if there are 20 funds over there. So
Divide by 4.
okay. Divide by 4, simple number of funds divided by 4.
Yes, because those are 4 quartiles, so number of funds divide by 4.
And then accordingly they will fall in Q1, 2, 3, 4.
Correct. That is correct.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Yes. Any more questions? Please let us know.
Can you move to that across peer groups? What is that?
Yes, so that helps you to compare the quartile of different categories at the same time. Within their respective categories, where do they lie? And at the same time, if you load some other category, how does a picture look like? So you can select categories, and at the bottom, there's an option called as apply. You click on that, scheme comes up, and in that respective category, where do they lie?
And what is the total number of category we can add into this? There's any restriction onto this, or as many as one?
There would be specifically no restriction. Well, yeah.
Okay. But if you see that equity, there are all the funds will be reflected over there, or you can set some parameters over there. Like I don't want any fund which is below 1,000 crore or so.
So filtering option in this quartile section is not available at the moment. This allows you to fill or rather add in the entire SEBI category.
Okay. Then you have to analyze each fund basis that.
Yes, currently filtration is not there in the quartile section. That is correct.
And can we add some other tabs, or like you have done sharp, short, and we want to add some other feature into this, or is a static one which you have decided?
I mean,
Um,
these are the stat. Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Arnav, sir.
hi. Hi, this is
Hi,
Arnab.
how are you?
Hi, not bad, thanks. So if you want to add more parameters for which we do quartile analysis, just let us know and we will add them. I mean, so far, as you can see, it's a beta version. So we've done some of these, 1, 3, 5 year, 10 year, CAGR, etc. So if you feel you want some other parameters on the basis of which we do quartile ranking for all the funds, we can do
Yeah.
that as well.
See, hi, Anubhav, we have made some software over there
Yeah.
at our where we analyze the funds. I'll share the details with you
Okay.
how this works, and we have added some features on to basis all three parameters. One is return, risk, and performances. I'll share that with you.
Perfect. If you just send us an email with that, and
Sure.
we can take a
I'll
look and
send
see whatever we can do on our
I'll
side.
send it to that. I think that is more. You can add value to that also.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Any more questions? Please let us know. All right, Shruti, if there are no further questions, we can close for today.
Okay. So thank you everyone for joining in. You can anytime visit our dedicated YouTube channel and find a dedicated playlist for the webinars. So here currently we have 191 pre-recorded sessions and today's webinar will be uploaded by next week. So thank you everyone and happy weekend.